with your hosts, Killer Keemstar and FaZe Banks.
You can find me in the heart of the city. You can tell me that I could have done more. You can show me why I'm here, what I'm feeling. All I know is all I
know. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mom's Basement. Today we have a very, very special guest. Me and Banks have invited, finally, the one, the only, Taylor Holder.
What's up, guys? How you doing? It's about time, right?
This handsome motherfucker sitting right across from me. It's taking everything inside me not to jump across this fucking...
Taylor, I met you in IRL in real life at the YouTube TikToker boxing event. Like, actually, you were at what I wanted was when I interviewed Bryce in Austin. I wanted you to be a part of that and Gib to be a part of that.
Yeah.
But Gib wasn't there yet. And I must say, in real life, I fucking love your energy. You're a great kid. But somehow, some way, you've been involved in two major scandals right here on our podcast. One with Summer Rae and one with Gib.
I don't know if Gib constitutes as a scandal. The Summer thing is definitely a scandal. But,
oh God, here we go.
Scandalous. But no, dude. I mean, across the board.
Wait, what do you mean? The Gib thing's totally a scandal. What do you mean?
We'll get into it.
I didn't even watch it, so you guys will have to give me the breakdown. So.
Yeah, we'll get into it. But I do want to say across the board, and that's what everybody has to say about you. Great kid. Fucking phenomenal energy. Somebody, who was it? Gilly yesterday. We had like a little cookout thing at my crib, and Bryce and Taylor pulled up. Great vibes. But that's what everybody always has to say about you guys. In person, you guys are fucking great people. Great people.
Taylor Holder's got great energy, good kid, fun to be around, excited about life. And then he saves all that anger that normal people would get out or whatever, their attitude or whatever. He saves that for just these one moments. You'll see him just flip like a switch and be like, I'll fade you the fuck out.
I love that.
Dude, everyone gives me shit for that. I don't know why. Like, I have like this like alter ego whenever I get pissed off. They're like, you
have to turn it on sometimes.
I don't know, dude. I don't even... Yeah,
fight or flight.
Yo, it's like his brain's a computer, right? And he takes all the angry files and just pulls them in the fucking recycling bin. Nah. And then he just unloads that back. Yeah. Restore these files. Bam.
So what should we talk about, boys? What should we get into first? I mean, the floor is yours.
The floor is mine.
You've wanted to get on here.
We got to talk about the Gib thing first because most people care about that.
Okay, so lay it down to me. What was said? I didn't even see it actually. So yeah, let me.
Actually, I don't really think anything was really like said like that. I don't know. He's paid you nothing but respect. He hasn't really said anything crazy. Oh, I suggested that the only fight for Gib that makes any fucking sense in my mind is a rematch with you guys.
Yeah, of course.
Me
I
too.
think that sells the most.
And there's definitely limited stuff I can say because the event just got done. So I don't know what all I can say, but there's a lot of stuff that people don't know that happened behind the stuff that we
lay it out.
We had to
fuck it.
I don't know if it's like breezy.
Can I talk about an injury? Can I talk about an injury?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, look, I knew this going in. I just, you can't say stuff. Like, I can't be out there saying, yo, Taylor Holder got an injury before his fight because that fucks up your whole thing. I wouldn't do that to Gib. I wouldn't do that to you, right? But I knew going into this, you had some injuries. Can you talk about that? Yeah,
so like that's why like I don't talk about stuff. There is like a documentary that I'm like working on, like editing and putting together that I filmed throughout this whole camp. And you'll see like, going through, and then I ended up, and unfortunately, I got hurt pretty bad 2 weeks before the fight.
Really?
I don't put that stuff out there because
of course
we're not credited enough. We're not respected because we're TikTokers. Like, however that twistedly that works, I don't know why, but people just don't fucking respect us at all. And so I hurt my shoulder and my elbow really bad in sparring 2 weeks before the fight. So I had to go into like muscle recovery for 2 weeks straight. And it was like the most painful fucking shit ever, honestly. And I didn't make up any excuses or nothing because, of course, people would have called me a pussy. People would have called me a bitch, like all this stuff. Oh, it's getting serious. It's coming up. But there was an injury. There was, some shit that was told like last minute that, I was told I was fighting someone else at the beginning. So I dropped, 20 pounds almost. Like I was 162 at one point. And the way my body works, I can't gain weight, but there's a significant weight difference that like, I won't say like actual numbers. Cause
he's a big, Gibbs a big motherfucker. He's like,
this is Mom's Basement. We just air it all out. Weren't you supposed to fight Danny Duncan?
Here we go.
Were you? That was word on the street.
Okay, so we'll lay it all out there. I was supposed to fight Danny. That's what they originally brought to me. They were like, we want you to fight Danny,
who is definitely significantly smaller than you.
Significantly smaller, and you know, I gotta say, like, I do respect Danny. He is a friend of mine. He's a great guy. Fucking never a dull moment with this man. But you know, he did tell me straight up that there was like, you know, you're significantly bigger. You have been fighting longer. It just doesn't make sense, right? I was like, respect. I got it. Completely fair.
Yeah, fuck it.
And so there was a few others, like Deji got brought to me. Supposedly Deji didn't want to. Tifu, and that didn't happen, and there was like all these people.
I worked so hard for Tifu, and then
man, I was excited for that one. I was actually excited. But yeah, basically they were like, yo, there's no one else but Gib, and I kind of had like no choice. They like honestly didn't let me pick. At the beginning they were like, it's your choice, whoever you want. And I even threw them names, and they like didn't want to like do it, you know. But they were like, Gib, it's got to be Gib, and I was like, okay. But yeah, there was going into the fight, you know, they let me know like literally 2 weeks before the fight that I had to gain 10 pounds. And I was like,
crazy,
bro, what are you talking about? Like, you can't just gain 10 pounds, especially someone like at the cardio that I'm doing, like the shit that I've already been doing, like even the way my body works, I can't put on weight like that. It's like literally impossible. So we get there, we get to the weigh-ins, bro. And it's like we get to the whole event and it's like low key a little bit all over the place, but we'll touch on that more. I don't know what I can say. I don't know what I can say. So I got like inch around it, but like
it was bound to be a mess.
I'll just tell you, bro, problems. I'll just tell you, and if they want to make a problem about this, I don't care. It's already done and everything. But bro, you want to know? I did not make weight. I'm not 175 pounds.
And they just said, fuck it.
I got the text from one of the head guys. Won't say his name, but I got the text. I can show you guys. They were like, yo, they are not making you like get down in your underwear so you can do whatever you want to make weight. Put all your jewelry on, all this stuff. I had a full ass like tracksuit on. I had my shoes on, my Air Force Ones, and I got 3 phones and put them in my pockets.
Way.
And I had my jewelry on, and I barely made 175.2.
Wow.
I stepped on the scale right after. I was 166, and Gib was 190 when we fought.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's like, a big difference.
It's a big difference, and people, you know, they can. I know they're probably listening to this and be like, oh, he's still making excuses. I haven't said one thing or any excuse. I've done nothing but give respect and just said like, hey, it was a cool experience. I haven't made any excuse.
Yeah.
No, listen. Even if the fans are saying you're making excuses. Even if the fans are saying that, look, dude, like it's the truth. Like what he's saying is reality, right? Like he's allowed to like talk about reality. Go ahead. Thanks.
What I was fuck, I don't even know what I was gonna say. Fuck.
Yo, let me say this though. It's so funny, like when you went to the weigh-in, you were wearing the chains and everything, because okay, the weigh-in that you do on stage is fake. Like everyone knows that, right?
And everyone's like, wait, what?
It's so fake. Like I'm not really seeing the numbers. Like they do the weigh-ins like officially before.
It's like nothing pops up on the screen.
Really?
Yeah, there's nothing there.
It's just for show, right? And I have the numbers on my card beforehand. So I thought it was so fucking hilarious that we're doing this. And I understand it's part of selling the event and whatever. I thought it was so fucking hilarious when DDG gets up on the stage and he is wearing, like, I swear to God, like a 15-pound fucking chain around his neck. And he's standing on stage out on the scale. I was laughing,
so funny.
bro.
Oh no! What I was gonna say though is it's not like you looked bad in there. Like you looked good. You know what I'm saying? I think Gib just had the fucking. These are like short rounds.
He's done it before.
8 rounds. Yeah.
It's like it's an experience thing. So it's like I trained my ass off. You know, I sparred with great people. I sparred Canelo. I sparred Ryan Garcia. I sparred all these great people. And in camp, I can truly say like I have footage of it. I just didn't ever want to put any of it out, obviously. But you know, I'm dropping motherfuckers left and right. I'm cracking people, like all this stuff. But one thing you cannot train for is the nerves when you get in there. I've never done it before, and I got there and I see like fucking 20,000 people in the crowd, and of course I'm like, my fucking heart falls out my asshole. Like, I'm like,
it's also, Taylor, it's got to be hard to train for Gib. Gib is very unconventional, right?
Yeah.
And he just keeps like he's like the Tasmanian devil.
Oh,
like,
dude, I gotta give it to him, bro. He's like he never stops. I was like, yo, this guy's got to fucking gas at some point. No, just like keeps coming. But and it is. It's hard to train to fight someone like that. Like fights really well. But my defense was on point. Like he hit me like really, like honestly 2 times in the head. Like the body shots, I'm gonna be real. I'll be a man. Like I'll be like, yo, like, oh, he caught me good or whatever. They slow-mo it. It looks crazy. But there was nothing that he ever hit me with a body shot, anything that like actually dazed me or I felt like anything.
That's why
his combos and what he was setting up and what he was doing was so amazing. And I'm so happy for Gib because everybody knows.
I am, yeah.
Everybody knows, Taylor, you should have won that fight. You're clearly the better boxer.
Of course. And hands down, I know I'm way, fundamentally wise, boxing just in general, I'm way better than him. If I would have let my hands go, like even a little bit more, I would have won that fight.
You were playing more the long game. You just didn't have time to do that.
It's something that I couldn't even explain. I got in there. I didn't even hear my coaches in the corner. I was like tunnel vision. Like they were like, Taylor, you got to let your hands go. I was like, all right, bet. I got out there. Same thing. It's just like it's something that you can never honestly understand until you're there. And Gib, I remember people talking about that before. Like Fusi talked about it. It was like that's the only thing I'm worried about is the experience. If he's been there and in the ring before and under the lights and all that stuff.